Hey, what's going on? TLG-GT Live. Welcome to the Monday show. This is SVP Aaron Guterman, and I'm just coming on real quick just to run some announcements, and then I'm going to turn this show back over to the Leiferts, and they're going to take it from here. But quick announcements. We have a lot of TLG lives happening all over the country. We've got Greenville, South Carolina, Orlando, Florida. We've got Raleigh, North Carolina. We've got Pennsylvania. We've got Nashville. More and more events are popping up all over the country as we continue to grow this deal out. Tons and tons of leaders are stepping up. A lot of people are being drawn to what we're doing. It's really an exciting time in TLG. Right now, there's just a lot of growth happening and new agents coming on board every single day. So y'all plug into these events, plug into the show, plug into the virtual events that we have going on a weekly basis. On Thursday nights, we usually do a virtual about TLG with one of the professionals, the 4A agency, heading that up for a little while. I know GT is going to be putting in people as well. So y'all just keep a lookout. We'll be promoting all over the place, for this. And also always remember TLG Live happens every first Wednesday at the beginning of the month. And then Art, our CEO, our president, our integrity managing partner, does a mid-month checkup every single month, usually around the 15th of the month. So these are things that are going to be consistent in our schedule. So continue to plug in. Also, we just started live dial sessions. So if you want to be a part of a group where we get on Zoom and you can hear professionals booking appointments live, Here I'm booking same-day appointments and watching the premium roll in that day. It's going to raise massive validation and belief in you to be able to see what's happening and how these pros are handling each one of these conversations and setting appointments. Also, it's going to provide accountability. You hop on, it's going to make you skill up and level up and start to put in the work that it takes to maintain consistency in this industry of anywhere from 15 to 25 sets weekly. We run these on Eastern time, Tuesdays, 6 to 9 p.m. because we want to get some of those Central time and Mountain time and West Coasters in here so they can hear some of these dials as well. And then also Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., hosted by myself, Nelson Alvarez, and Jared and Danielle Leifert. So y'all hop on. We always send out the links. Y'all hop on these and be a part of the group, be a part of the team. Get on and dial with us. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to be able to level up. We'll be able to do live adjustments and training as we're on there. It's a lot of fun. Y'all hop on. All right, leaderboards. Let's go over the top 10 GFG. Guterman Financial Group Hierarchy Leaderboard. Number 10, Josh Harris, 4 applications at $3,424 annual premium. Number 9, Jared Leifert, 3 applications for $3,458. Number 8, Nelson Alvarez, 3 applications for $3,965. Number 7, Joseph Keller, 3 applications for $4,485. Number 6, Chad Guterman, 4 applications for $4,671. Number 5, Deidre Hughes, 1 app, 1 annuity. We capped that out at $5,000 annual premium, but I believe she wrote a $150,000 annuity. Congratulations, Deidre. Number 4, Shalay Maines, 9 applications for $5,436. Woo! Good job, Shalay. Number 3, Jonathan Price, 4 applications for $6,494. Crushing this week, man. Number 2, SVP Blaze Foray, leading his team from the front. 3 applications with $6,526. And number 1, platinum partner, diamond partner, Lake Savage Bellavance on 7 applications for $11,089 for the week. Absolutely crushing it. Let's go over GT top 5. This is the Guterman team. Number 5, Nelson Alvarez, $3,965. Number 4, Chad Guterman, $4,671. Number 3, Deidre Hughes, $5,000 AP. Number 2, JP, Jonathan Price with $6,494. And number 1 in GT is Lake Bellavance with $11,089. Y'all stick around for the top 5. I'm going to turn this show over to the Leiferts. Y'all take it from here.
This is the Leifert Takeover.
Yeah!
Woo!
A little Lionel on a Monday morning never hurt nobody.
I'm liking that.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
We are here to get you pumped up for the week.
Yes. Hope you
Anyways,
had a great weekend, ready to crush this week, y'all.
absolutely. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend, and we're just so honored to be here. My name is Jared, and this is my wife, Danielle.
Leifert.
We are direct to Aaron Guterman, who's direct to Art Leeser, and we're just so thankful to be here and that Aaron gave us the opportunity to speak to y'all today. And just tons of moving parts going on, but it's so fun to be live on a Monday.
I know. We are so excited, ready to go for this Monday. And how are you guys? I know we can't see you. You can see us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But how about that top 10? That was pretty impressive.
Oh, my word, y'all. You guys be out in there crushing
freaking Lake Bellavance?
Lake, come on now. Savage.
Lake Savage.
And then I see some Deidre and JP up in there too. Come on now. Woo!
I love it. I love it. So congratulations to everybody in the top 5. And guys, we just wanted to come on and we kind of wanted to talk a little bit about starting as a brand new agent, because I remember what it was like to start as a brand new agent. Touch on a little bit of like entrepreneur mindset, and then just kind of give both new agents and veterans a way to just really take over. Maybe veterans have forgotten some of these things.
It can apply to everybody.
But it can apply to everybody. Yes. So, I mean, you've heard about the 8 steps. I'm not going to go over all of the 8 steps today. Aaron or somebody can post that up into the work chat, but there's a couple that I wanted to hit on. And number 1, well, it's actually number 2 on the 8 step, but it is work, strong work ethic on in the TLG system. And it's so important, baby. When a new agent comes on, you guys don't actually, no offense to you, you don't know the work that it takes to get the results that you want. So you really need to be plugging in, and this is another one of the 8 steps, but plugging into all these calls, plugging into the trainings, plugging into your upline that are really going to be help teach you how to go after this work ethic. Because when you have a job, a job, and this is going to kind of get into that entrepreneur mindset, you're really just trading time for dollars. That's what you're doing. And when you become an entrepreneur, I don't really feel like you shut it off. It's not that you're always working, because it's not work, it's your life.
Our quote is, it's just work, and if you go 9 to 5 and you're stuck at a desk job, and, how much more should you work for yourself now that you're working for just yourself and your family than someone else's dreams 9 to 5?
Absolutely.
So it is just work, and just having that mindset.
Well, tell them what you were, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but tell them like what you thought about when you were working for Mike, and your like mindset of you're working to make him a millionaire.
So I was in corporate America in the insurance industry for 10 years, and I worked the 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday was my only rest day to do adult things like laundry and maybe go to brunch. That's what my life was. But I was feeling overworked and underpaid. And not just that, we talk in the Leifert agency about abundance of life. And having abundance of life with everyone that we come in contact with that is wanting to come on to TLG, because abundance of life is, abundance of finances. It's great. And here at TLG, we get paid well. The pay is real good, but not just money. It's time and freedom to live how we were created to. We weren't created to come home, eat, go to sleep, get up, go to work, come home again, do it all over again. That's not like what we had in I feel like the Lord had in mind when he created this life. So I was basically stuck at a 9 to 5, stuck at a desk, and I was making someone else a millionaire. I was making someone else's dream come true. And I'm like, why can't I just do it? and do it with my husband, than making someone else's dreams come true. And that's what Jared and I are for, is, building this business, building a legacy for us and our family, but also for anyone else that just wants to work. And just work, how much more would you work for yourself than someone 9 to 5?
Well, I know that when I was working a 9 to 5, that I did the bare minimum just to get by.
Because you knew that paycheck was coming in.
You knew the paycheck was coming, but you did the bare minimum just to get by. Yeah. So when you are transitioning from a 9 to 5, like some of you are doing, when you're transitioning from that, your mind has to shift, is what I meant to say.
Yeah, it's true. Because at 2:00 in the afternoon, I was like, babe, what do I do? And he's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to work, or do you want to go get your nails done? And I was like, oh, I'm used to the 9 to 5 kind of thing. But now you get to create your own schedule.
Absolutely. But you really have to, you can create your own schedule and you can create your own life, but you have to work.
Yeah.
So guys, as a new agent, when you're starting, first of all, get plugged into your upline. Start by going over that age lead phone script a ton. I probably listened to it 100 times. I transcribed it out. And even during my first dial sessions, I would have the written words like right there in front of me. You don't want to sound like you're reading it. Yeah. You want it to be natural, but you really do want to be getting that out and memorized. And I had it in front of me, but I was probably doing this for like 3 or 4 weeks before I just let it go by the way. And I was like, that's a crutch now. I don't need it. But it's okay to have that stuff, but you have to be getting it in and let it flow. Let it flow. But for me, the first time I started making dials, it felt like that phone weighed 500 pounds. And to this day, even as a vet now, sometimes that phone weighs 100 pounds. Sometimes it weighs like 1,000 pounds.
Yep. I would have my phone right there staring at the leads. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a dial. I got to make a dial. Okay, I'm going to pick it up now. So,
but you really want to be striving for at least 35 dials an hour.
Yeah.
This is one thing that I'm really excited about that Aaron was just talking about, is like live dial team.
Oh, it's amazing.
Guys, you have to be plugging into that. We're doing it on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Yep.
So be plugging into that, because it's going to make you accountable. It's going to make you accountable, not to us. We don't care. We want you to succeed, but we can't want it more than you do. Exactly. So you have to go out and actually put the work in. Yep. But that's why I love the dial team, because it's going to make you accountable to yourself.
Yeah.
It's,
what is it? You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
Absolutely.
And we have such a family culture here where we are all succeeding and we're all growing and we're all winning together. We don't want to leave anyone behind. And that's what we have in place weekly and every day to help your success.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So work ethic, super important. You're going to shift your mind. It's not going to be like you're coming home at 5 and it's done. You do get to make your own schedule, but you also get to choose your own success.
Yes, that's good, baby. Rock.
You really do get to choose your own success based on you. That's why I love this system, because I can make as much money as I want to make. It's just up to me.
Yep.
And when you're a new agent, sometimes it feels like you're just spinning your wheels.
Yeah.
But activity really does solve all issues. And I want to tell you this, because I know that my agents have a problem with this sometimes. And I had a problem with this when I first started. I felt like I was bothering Aaron when I called him. But guys, you are not. Seriously, even to this day, I will still sometimes call Aaron and I'll be like, this just happened on a phone script while I was trying to book a appointment. This just happened. How could I have handled that better?
The people that are reaching out frequently and consistently are the ones that are succeeding.
Absolutely.
And I always tell new agents, you have my full permission to stalk my husband, because that is the only way that you can succeed and level up is constant mentorship and phone in your upline when you need them.
Absolutely. So guys, stay connected, put in that work, and dial teams. Okay. So that kind of goes over a little bit of the work. Babe, you wanted to kind of touch on number 3, which is listen.
Listen. I love podcasts. I love listening to motivational videos. When I left my 9 to 5 and, I began my own work schedule, I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? But a lot of that was my mindset. And I, for about 6 months now, have been listening to videos of Tony Robbins.
I love him.
Oh, he is incredible. So I'll be like getting up in the morning after gym, getting ready, and I will listen to him just on YouTube, just of one video that he's doing for motivation. And I am ready to rock it every day.
You have to be putting good stuff in.
Oh, he has been so good for me. And a lot of times people think, oh, this is when it needs to happen. When I'm running my own business, this is the mindset I need to have. It's when you're consistent and you are making sure that your mind is being filled with positive, motivating things, it will just click and it will just flow and you'll run with it. So give yourself grace when you're not there. And then the days where it's hard, pick up a book or listen to something that's going to make you better.
Absolutely. When you're putting the work in and it's getting frustrating, because it will.
Yes.
But when it gets frustrating, don't give up. You have to do a pattern interrupt on your life.
Yeah.
Go for a walk, put on something motivational. But like what I love when doing that in the morning, because I listen to motivational things in the morning as well. But when you're doing that in the morning, it's almost like you're getting suited up.
Yes.
And you're
Superwoman,
yes. Superman. You're getting suited up for the day so that you become bulletproof when things happen, So definitely want to be listening, reading books. Speaking of taking a pause when things get hard, you're in the middle of a dial session and somebody just like, I don't know, you don't book the appointment and you get frustrated. Take a pause. I just do things in little spurts. Anybody can do something for 30 minutes, right? Yes. So set a timer and say you're going to go dial for 30 minutes and then go dial. Then, heaven forbid something happens, like you set an appointment. But if you don't set an appointment and you're getting frustrated, you've been going for a few hours and you haven't gotten anything yet. Sit down, take a break, go read a chapter in a book. It is so important to just realign your mind back.
Yep.
And these are things that we do as veterans that we sometimes forget.
Yeah.
But as a new agent, as an entrepreneur, you have to give yourself that ability to go do that.
Yeah. Like one phone call to your mentor, reading
Upline.
one line on your book, listening to one sentence in a podcast will change your life and your work ethic. There are so many times where I was frustrated. I would call our upline Aaron and he would get my mind right. And then I would hang up the phone with him. Next dial, I set appointment. It's
absolutely.
all about mindset with this.
It's mindset, but it's also a mind shift.
Yes.
Because you're shifting from looking at the world one way, but then you're moving over here to looking at it a different way.
Yeah. Creating your own reality.
It is. Yep. It is. Be teachable. Obviously, that kind of goes back to we can't steer a parked car. So guys, be teachable, be calling us. Yeah. But, as we're wrapping up here, I just wanted to end on kind of choices, because when we're doing this job, not only are we chose to be an entrepreneur, but the choices that we make during the day are going to reflect the results.
Yes.
And you had something you wanted to read about.
Yeah, I posted a thing on social media earlier this week about choices that I wanted to read. It has to do with having willpower. I love the meaning of willpower.
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
lot of people see willpower as having some type of difficulty, but really willpower is just asking yourself this question: what are the choices I need to make to be in alignment with my highest purpose and my highest vision for my life?
That's good.
Because right now, your life is a physical manifestation of the choices that you've made all along the way, leading up to now. Okay. So your finances, your weight, your relationships, your career, your self-esteem, your spirituality, all of that is a result of the choices you've made, and big and small. A lot of times, we look back on the big things that's happened in life: meeting him, marrying him, moving into a home, someone moving out of state or losing a job.
Yeah.
We all think, we look back and think about those big things, but really instead, our lives are really just a result of a bunch of small, teeny tiny choices that we have made consistently
that turn into habits.
Yep. Along the way. Yep. So those are habits and behaviors that we have just have made, so we can talk about our upbringing. We can talk about our circumstances or the economy and inflation. But the real question you should be asking yourself is, what am I doing? What are the choices I am making today that will come into alignment with the life and the legacy that I want to have? So choices are something you can control no matter the circumstance, no matter what's going on around you. Okay. Every day you have a new opportunity to make the choice that will put you back on track to the life you want to live.
Absolutely. I love that, babe. And not only can we choose to do actions, but we can also choose our attitude.
Yes.
And when my grandfather was a pastor, I loved him. He was an entrepreneur as well. And it was kind of where I got the bug, I think. But he always had a saying, and it says, you have the right to choose. You can choose whatever you want, but you just can't choose the results of your choice. Yes. So guys, as we're going into our week this week, make some wise choices.
Yep.
Okay. And do you have anything else you wanted to add to that, babe?
No. And it all goes with mindset. What you're thinking, you speak out, and what you speak out, you act in, and that's the choice that you're making. So
absolutely,
it all goes to mindset, work ethic, make that choice, build that abundance life that we're talking about.
Absolutely. When you pick up the phone, before you make a dial, say, I am the best agent.
The very best.
That is going to speak to this person. I'm going to help this person.
Listen to what you're saying out loud.
Absolutely. Say it out loud to yourself in the room by yourself.
Yes.
Nobody's going to see you. Nobody cares.
Yes.
All right. But guys, as we're getting ready to wrap up here, I just wanted to leave you with a quote that I saw. I'm paraphrasing it a little bit, but I saw it in Entrepreneur magazine. And it was by this female entrepreneur, actually. And you guys may know that I have a little bit of an obsession with bourbon, but she is a female bourbon owner. She owns a bourbon company.
Amazing.
And she was talking about doing things with excellence. And so I kind of paraphrased this to kind of fit TLG, but it says, whatever you do, do it with excellence and consistency. And that's so huge in our business, consistency. Don't let anybody or anything slow you down. No one. Just keep going after it, because the only people that fail in this business that are doing it with excellence and consistency are those who give up before they succeed.
So good, baby.
I just see so many people. The wave is coming and you're paddling hard and you're paddling hard. And right before the wave catches you, your mind
Yeah.
takes you out.
Yeah.
Don't let it happen, guys. So stick around for the top 5.
Yes.
We're coming back at you. So thank you again, Aaron, for letting us do this.
We love y'all. Congratulations, top 5.
Absolutely.
Have a great week.
Have a great week, guys. Bye.
Hi, GT. I'm VP Nelson Alvarez, hired by Mr. Aaron Gooderman, direct to Art Leeser. And today, I get to talk to you guys about how I made it into the top 5. Aaron Gooderman has put together this weekly team call so that we can share some of the best practices with you so that you can also make it into the top 5 and beyond. So with that, I just want to share with you, I was fortunate enough to have several appointments last week. It's all about consistency. And while I was training some of my new agents, I booked an appointment. While I was talking to this one client, it was a 71-year-old woman, and basically she needed more insurance. She had a Mutual of Omaha policy for about $40,000 or so, she thought. I asked her if she could pull the policy out. She didn't have it available. She was in great health. There wasn't really anything limiting her, so I offered her something in its place, but not before I got my hands on that policy. So, since she didn't have it handy, we called Mutual of Omaha. I put her on the line with me, we identified ourselves, and then I did the pointed questions I needed to do. They asked for her permission to give me the information. Then she spoke, and she had some questions of her own. It made her realize that I was there to service her. So, turns out she didn't have a $40,000 policy. It was only $30,000, and she was paying $153 a month for it. She was about 2 years into the policy, so I shared with her how I can do a little bit better by offering her the $40,000 she thought she had, and it was only going to be for $8 more. I also took the time to share with her the illustration of how the money was going to grow over time. She was very excited about that. So we put her into that policy. She was approved in 2 days. So that was part of how I did 3,965 last week. 1932 of it came from that one policy. So the second thing I did last week, which was really important to me, I kept dialing while I was training new agents. As a matter of fact, Aaron has put together a dial team on Tuesdays and on Saturdays so that we can get on a Zoom call and as a team book more meetings. That has been extremely helpful for me. But the second client that I helped was a gentleman. He was 57 years old. He had just had a pulmonary embolism. Back in October of last year, he had COVID. In November, he had some clotting issues. He developed a pulmonary embolism, and he was still being treated for it today. So that limited what I could do with him. He wouldn't qualify for any traditional plans. So what I did was I went with an accidental plan maximum because he's a truck driver. So he really appreciated me putting him into our bodily injury plan. But then I also went to Great Western and got him a graded policy. This is really what I want to share with everyone. How you explain it, how you present a graded policy where the client's going to have to wait 2 years before he has coverage is imperative. See, it's all about presentation. I said to the gentleman, I know with that embolism, you've probably been worried about getting approved. You've probably been told by other salesmen that you can't get coverage. Well, I can share with you that as a field underwriter, I've done my due diligence and I found a company that would be extremely lenient with you. And then I used a technique that I learned from one of my partners, one of my downline, Mr. Lake Bellavance. He explains this whole concept of a graded policy by saying, you know how when you have an auto policy, you have a deductible? Yeah, depending on your record, you may need to have a deductible. If you don't want to get the full coverage and not pay a deductible, you're going to pay a higher premium. So to keep the costs down, what they do is they allow you to pay a little bit of it as a deductible. Well, insurance companies do the same thing. What they do is they have a time deductible. What they're going to do is allow you to get the coverage, and over time, the first 24 months, you're going to gain more and more access to the coverage. So by the 24th month, you're fully covered. and you'll have a whole life policy that will last forever. And that will account for that time that you got the pulmonary embolism, which didn't allow you to get traditional coverage. This company is willing to take that risk with you. He was ecstatic that we found that policy for him. So that made up the other 1,533. See, that's all it is. It's consistent work. Every week you get the dials in, you book the appointments, you sit on the appointments, and you serve the client. So with that, that's how I did it last week. I came in 5th. You're going to hear from 4 other top performers in just a moment. Stay tuned. Every week we're going to be doing this. You're going to be able to pick up nuggets of wisdom and increase your checking account, savings account, change your lifestyle. So with that, I'll close by saying, don't give up on yourself. It's so important that you get started. Don't quit. Everyone can hit these numbers if they just follow the system.
Hey, good afternoon, GT. Chad Gooderman here, direct to Aaron Gooderman, direct to Art Leeser. Beautiful afternoon in North Carolina. Just hanging out on the back patio, talking to you good people. So I was top 5 this week. Apparently I made number 4 at 4,671 AP. So had a pretty good week, considering it was a short week for me. I had just gotten off of active duty military for about 20 days. So, schedule was busy, hectic, all kinds of stuff going down, work schedule crazy. So I just knew that when I got back off of duty, I needed to hit it hard, just to kind of make up for that lost time and try to get some apps in. So that's exactly what I did this past week. I didn't let my schedule get in the way. I knew I needed to put the work in, put the dials in, and set the appointments. So that's exactly what I did, guys. I had one app in particular on a Monday night that I actually squeezed in the day that I came in. So I called them up, said, hey, listen, I can get you in on a Monday night. They agreed to meet with me. We sat down, we went over everything. Everything looked good to them. So, we got to the end of the presentation were the 3 options, and they gave me the old think about it. So they were just like, well, how long are these quotes good for? Are they good for next week? I said, no. I said, man, listen. I said, I can't guarantee these quotes they're going to be the same tomorrow, just like you can't guarantee me that you're going to wake up tomorrow. And I just left that alone, man. I just let them think about that for a second. And they're like, you know what? You're exactly right. So I said, I know I'm right. I mean, I don't know what these quotes are going to be. And you don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow morning. You don't know if you're going to have a heart attack, a stroke, or get in a car accident. So let's just knock this thing out now. I know you guys have been thinking about this for a while. So let's just go ahead and take care of it. And you guys will be good. You won't have to think about it anymore. And they're like, you know what? You're right. Let's just do it now. And that's exactly what I did. We just kind of went over their financials, figured out what they qualified for, figured out, what fits in their budget, the whole 9 yards. So we got it done. We got them written up, and I believe it was around 3,700 AP. So that was a big chunk of my week. But it just goes to show, guys, don't give up on your clients. Even if you've been chasing them for a while, like I did these guys, just let them know we're going to set this appointment or you're never going to do it. So, and that's basically what I told them, and if they give you the old think about it, go ahead and use what I just said. Let them know, I can't guarantee these quotes, just like you can't guarantee you're going to wake up tomorrow morning. And let's sit back and listen. Let them think about that. And 9 times out of 10, I guarantee they're going to come back and say, you're exactly right. Let's just go ahead and knock this thing out. So that was my week. Don't let your work schedule get in the way of having a great week. Don't let military duty, like I did, get in the way of having a great week. Just go out, knock it out, keep pushing, keep crushing, and stay in motion, guys, and good things will always happen to you. Anyway, have a good week. Peace out, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Number 2 this week. What? How did that happen? Aaron and Jared have never made me feel stupid.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Lake Savage Bellavance, direct to Nelson Alvarez, direct to Aaron Gooderman, and direct to Art Leeser. I came in at number 1 last week with over 11,000 annual premium on 7 applications, and here's how I did it. I actually had a extremely tough week getting a hold of people. I set some appointments. I had a lot of no-shows. So what I ended up doing was using a lot of virtual door knocks. And what that is when you send a text message with a copy of a lead to a client that hasn't responded to you, getting them to reply to you. Now, something very important you need to know. A virtual door knock is not meant to start a conversation to set an appointment by text. It is used to get them back on the phone so that you can set the appointment and really build emotion in the beginning so that they're more likely to buy during the appointment. So only use virtual door knocks if you're going to get them back on the phone. That's very important. Now, so I did that a couple of times this week, scored a couple of extra appointments. There was a gentleman that I had tried 16 times and virtual door knocked him twice, then finally got him on the line. We were able to connect. Another thing I did was I actually followed up with a client from 2 years ago that at the time a term policy was good for her. Now, fast forward 2 years later, we had talked about getting into a universal life product. So what I did was I actually took what she was already putting into retirement. Her job matched 2% of her contributions to her 403B, okay? So I knew that if she put in 2%, she's going to clean double her money. She actually ended up putting a total of 12% of her own money into a 403B, and her company's only matching 2%. So we took all that extra overage and we put it into an IUL where it's protected from the market, and she's not going to suffer any losses down the line. So that was a big AP. I think that was 5,400 AP, and the client is extremely satisfied. So always follow up with your client who has term and who have, thought they needed something permanent or wanted some retirement options down the road. So go get yours. Make sure you're following up with your clients. Make sure you're using your VDK properly. There's a few days left to the month. Go get yours. Have a good one, TLG.